Hey guys, it's Ashley from Momtourage. We are at Cipriani's in Midtown Manhattan, the Endometriosis Foundation of America's 11th annual Blossom Ball. Let's go chat with some celebrities. Hey.
Guys, I'm here with Doug the Pug. What do you say?
Hi!
Oh, I've never seen such a handsome boy.
Oh, there you go,
Here you go.
I'm his momager. Human first and foremost.
A Kris
but
Jenner
the
in the
Kris
making.
Jenner of pugs.
Yes.
So I have endometriosis, and as of 1 year ago, I had my excision surgery, and I am now pain-free. So I am here to celebrate and support and just live in my new life of not living in pain. So endometriosis has obviously changed my life in undescribable ways, and I'm very grateful that this community is so incredible and supportive.
I'm being honored by the Endometriosis Foundation of America with their Blossom Ball for my advocacy work. I've been working with them since 2021, and we've done a lot of great things together, one of which I'm really proud of. I'm also an ambassador for NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and so we've been working on a campaign to connect the dots between mental health and chronic pain.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, and so I got to bring these two organizations together. So I'm really proud of that, and my work with EndoFund has just been so fulfilling and rewarding for me. So I'm just happy to be here, and I hope that I get to inspire others and share my story and people connect with it.
Bindi Irwin just came out with having endometriosis. There's always celebrities kind of coming out with this. Why do you think that's important for the public to learn about and hear about?
Because endometriosis is so common, but it's not commonly talked about. More than 1 in 10 women have endometriosis, and so it's not some rare disease.
Yeah.
And so I think the more people that come out and talk about it, just makes it more normalized, so we can have these conversations, and so hopefully people can get diagnosed a lot earlier.
I am here for EndoFound. We are raising awareness for endometriosis that affects 1 in 10 women. It takes 10 years to diagnose. There's a lot of research that we need to have completed. We need to find a cure. We need to help these people. I have endometriosis, that's another fun fact, and I'm happy to help in any way I can.
And what kind of awareness do you hope a foundation such as this, an event such as this, really spreads to the general public? I mean, I know I, for one, didn't know much about endometriosis until I started preparing to cover this event. So what do you hope people take away from something like this?
I feel like it's so crazy that so many people still don't know about endometriosis, and it's because it's such a complex disease that affects everybody so differently. A lot of doctors aren't trained to diagnose this disease, and it leaves people in a lot of discomfort and isolation, and that's why it takes 10 years to diagnose. So I really just hope that we spread awareness. I hope people can hear the stories of so many women who have suffered so much, and I hope that they can feel less alone knowing that we're starting to support and rally around them as a community.
What I want is for as many people to talk about endometriosis as possible. That's why Dr. Sechkin and I started the foundation, in 2009. Nobody was talking about this illness, and women were undiagnosed and misdiagnosed constantly. I was misdiagnosed for 23 years, and thank God I found the treatment that I needed. It affected me so much. It affected my relationships. It affected my ability to earn a living. It just permeates every aspect of your family and your life. And it's the leading cause of infertility in women. And if you've never explored your fertility before you're ready to have a baby, it may be too late. There are many women who are asymptomatic, and in my case, I totally was not asymptomatic. I was in pain for a whole week in bed, taking really strong pain medication with a heating pad and teas, and I tried everything. And I'm glad I got the treatment that I needed. I'm glad that we exist. I'm glad that we've inspired thousands and millions of women to go get checked. And I'm also inspired that we managed to double the amount of funding that our country and the National Institute of Health spends on the research, because it's not just a woman's disease, it's a family issue.
One of the conversations we have on Cafe Mom quite often is about how doctors in general tend to not listen to women when they express their concern. What would you like other women that would like to become mothers or are but are suffering from endometriosis or don't know that they are, what is the thing you want them to take from this?
Well, the one thing I always tell young women in their 20s and 30s, if you can afford it, freeze your eggs. Even if you can't afford it, try to save up for it. Ask your parents to help you. That's what family's there for. and freeze your eggs. You know, just buy yourself some insurance and do it before you're married. Don't even fertilize them. That way you have control. It buys you insurance. It buys you a few extra years to decide when starting a family is right for you. And in this current age where I have less, you know, where my daughter has less bodily autonomy than I did in the 70s and 80s.
What a crazy...
And beyond. Yeah. I mean, I never thought I would see the day. It is more important than ever to make sure that we as women decide our destinies for ourselves when the time is right, when we're financially stable, when we're ready emotionally.